Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 funniest acts of vandalism. Vandalism is usually nasty and makes areas look bad, but these are some genius acts of vandalism that have made the world a funnier place. Get ready to have your day brightened by these hilarious people and their vandalism. But first, be sure to subscribe and press the notification bell too. Coming in at number 10, we have Traffic Cone Monster. Now this one is seriously funny, but also crazy elaborate. You know those cones they put by the side of the road when they're doing maintenance work? Well, someone decided to get very creative with what is otherwise a pretty boring object. Some genius with way too much time in their hands made this monster out of traffic cones. It kind of looks like a robot pointing. Now I'm not sure if Christian Bale or James Cameron were hanging out by the side of the road and wanted to make a movie prop, but it sure looks that way. Seriously, this thing should be in the next Transformers movie.
Tricepticone activate!
But really though, this must have taken a lot of time and a lot of skill. But it's definitely worth it, as it made all of the drivers on this road laugh, and way more people after this went viral online. Next up is Cookie Monster. Nobody likes seeing trash cans all over the place, but something we all love is the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street. So when one very creative person saw a blue trash can, he knew what to do. He grabbed a pair of white balls and made them eyes on the trash can, and then even added a cookie with a bite taken out of it to the masterpiece. Just imagine seeing this out of nowhere as you're walking down the street. I don't know about you, but that would make me laugh. I wish all trash cans could look like this. That's it, someone start a petition, because I guarantee there would be a lot more happy people out there if all trash cans looked this cool. Next up is Spongebob. We've already covered the funny Cookie Monster vandalism, but what about the most successful cartoon of all time, SpongeBob SquarePants? One day when a road painter was going past, some yellow paint used for road marking spilled onto the road. Now normally this would make the area look like a mess, but not thanks to one heroic and talented graffiti artist coming along. He transformed the paint splash into a squashed SpongeBob. It seems SpongeBob's been run over by a car, but that's what he gets for leaving the Krusty Krab early. Next up is Paint Job. This one is not only funny, it actually accomplished something good. In the UK, mailboxes are bright red, but in this neighbourhood the paint had worn off, as it hadn't been painted in over 20 years. This made the neighbourhood look bad, but the local council refused to repaint it. That was when one genius vandal in the neighbourhood painted "Time to paint me red again" in white paint. Of course, then the local council couldn't say no, and they gave the mailbox a much needed paint job. But at least this vandal is polite enough to leave a follow-up message on a sign saying "Resolve, thank you." Now this is one hilarious local hero. Next up is cars. If you thought the mailbox guy from before was creative, get ready to see the best neighbor ever. One morning a woman awoke to see snow outside her apartment complex. She then looked down at her and her neighbor's cars and saw that one of her neighbors is a hilarious genius. Someone had used the snow set on the cars and turned them into characters from the movie Cars. They even made one stick out its tongue by scraping the snow off a red car. If I was her, I wouldn't even want to drive the car, as I'd have to ruin their awesome snow art. I know what I'm gonna do next time it snows. What about you? Next up is Skeleton. Drains are pretty bland, but they are necessary, otherwise we'd be living underwater and everywhere would be flooded. Well, one man decided to transform something functional into something fun. He sprayed the drain white and then used that as the starting point for a skeleton. Now I'm not sure if this guy's been to medical school or not, but I'm pretty sure we don't have that many ribs. But either way, this is one hilarious act of vandalism. I just hope no one confuses this for one of those crime scene body sketches. Now that would be funny for a whole different reason, seeing their reaction. Next up is Ninja Entry. No entry signs are one of the most common street signs you see everywhere, but one guy must have mistaken this place for a dojo as he transformed the no into ninja so that it reads Ninja Entry. He also added eyes to the no entry symbol, which really does make it look like one of those ninja outfits. It sure does take a creative mind to do this. It's surprisingly easy to do this, but I'm sure it made so many people laugh. That sign looks like a ninja's been added already, as it's practically falling over. I guess it all adds to the effect of this Ninja Entry. Next up is Hug It Out. This one is very cute and creative. You know those electrical boxes all over the place? They're usually all bland and grey and are kind of an eyesore. Well, one clever artist decided to transform these two power boxes into the cutest piece of vandalism you've seen all day. He drew concerned eyes and a hugging arm around the two boxes. It's so simple what he did, yet it works so well. I kind of feel bad about calling these guys eyesores now that I can look into their eyes. Then again, if I had all those electrical volts running through me, I'm sure my eyes would look pretty similar. Anyway, this sure is one cute and smart piece of vandalism. Next up is Squashed. This guy decided to take an opportunity after he saw some perfect placement of day-to-day things. He saw a walking man on the street showing that it's a pedestrian zone, but right on top of it was a pole. Now to the average eye this may not look like anything special, but this guy took it as an opportunity to make the world a little more hilarious. He painted eyes and a mouth on the figure and put a big splat mark right on top of him. This made it look like the pole had fallen on him and hit this guy right in the neck. This one may be a little more PG than the other ones on here, but it's still pretty funny. Next up is Through the Eye. This one is similar to the one we've just seen, but arguably this one is even more creative. One talented and humorous guy saw a fence going through a concrete block. It's nothing special, but he reimagined it as a mouth with eyes, and the fence was going through one of the eyes. With a splash of red paint and some artsy skills, this guy made a lot of people on the street laugh. I just wish all vandalism could be as hilarious as the ones on this list. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the funniest piece of vandalism. And if you want more creativity, check out my second channel. There'll be a link to my second channel on screen in a moment, so be sure to check it out. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.